Maya was a skilled potter who lived in a small village nestled in the hills. Life had not been easy for her. After her husband's death, she was left alone to raise their only son, Aran, and make a living by crafting pots. She worked tirelessly every day, but despite her skills, she struggled to make ends meet. Each pot she made carried the weight of her effort and pain. Yet, deep inside, she still longed for a little peace, a little happiness. Every day felt like a battle she was fighting alone. One afternoon, while Maya was working in her small shop, her son, Aran, came running to her, his face glowing with excitement. He told her that a rich merchant was passing through the village and was looking to buy a dozen pots. The merchant had promised to pay very well, enough to cover their expenses for months. Hearing this, a small spark of hope lit up in Maya's heart. She gathered her finest pots, believing this might finally be the opportunity that could change their lives. With excitement and trembling hope, Maya carried the pots to the merchant's estate. But as the merchant inspected them, his expression changed. He frowned and pointed out the cracks in each pot. He dismissed them as imperfect and unsuitable for his needs. Maya tried to explain the effort she had put into making them, how every mark had a story, but the merchant didn't care. He rejected the pots outright. The hope she had carried with her shattered instantly. Maya walked back home, her heart heavy with disappointment, wondering if all her work had been meaningless. Lost in her thoughts, Maya found herself sitting beside a quiet stream at the edge of the village. She broke down, burying her face in her hands as tears flowed freely. She had poured her entire life into her work, yet she felt unseen and unappreciated. "I'll never be good enough," she whispered to herself, feeling the weight of failure pressing down on her chest. Just then, an old man who happened to be passing by noticed her crying and asked what was wrong. Maya shared everything, her struggles, the rejection, and how worthless she felt. The old man listened patiently, then picked up a small, rough stone from the stream. He showed it to her and explained that the stone, once sharp and jagged, had become smooth and beautiful over time because of the flowing water. Its transformation made it special. His words slowly softened the ache in Maya's heart. The old man told her that just like the stone, her pots were not flawed, they were transformed. The cracks and imperfections in her work made each piece unique. They carried the marks of her journey, her effort, and her life. He told her to embrace those imperfections instead of hiding them. Slowly, Maya began to understand. She realized that beauty did not come from perfection. It came from the story behind it. The next day, with a newfound sense of confidence, Maya returned to the market. She displayed her cracked pots proudly, no longer ashamed of their imperfections. To her surprise, people were drawn to them. They admired the unique shapes and the stories the cracks seemed to tell. One by one, the pots began to sell. For the first time in a long while, Maya felt truly fulfilled. She realized that her work had value, precious value, just the way it was.
Years passed after the day Maya proudly displayed her cracked pots in the market. What began as a small spark of confidence slowly grew into a quiet strength within her. People from nearby villages started visiting her shop, not only to buy pots, but to listen to the stories behind them. Maya's once lonely life began to fill with hope and gentle warmth. Aaron grew older, and he learned the art of pottery from his mother. He admired the way she worked, not hiding her mistakes, not rushing through the process, but shaping each pot with patience and love. Maya often smiled as she watched him. In Aaron, she saw the same fire she once carried in her youth. As the years passed, Maya's hands became slower, her movements softer, yet the glow inside her heart grew brighter. She no longer felt broken. The same woman who once cried beside a silent stream now walked through the village with calm dignity. People greeted her with respect, calling her the mother of imperfect beauty. One quiet evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Maya sat with Aaron outside their small shop. The shelves were filled with pots, each cracked, each unique, each holding a piece of her journey. Aaron gently held her hand and said, "Ma, your story changed our lives." Maya looked at the glowing horizon and whispered, "No, Aaron, it wasn't my story. It was my acceptance." In that moment she understood. Perfection had never been her destination. Life had shaped her, just as water shapes stone, slowly, painfully, beautifully. Because sometimes the cracks we fear are the very paths through which our light escapes.